So people had gone for the yatra, Odisha yatra. Hope their yatra was good and they all enjoyed it and took darshan of Lord Jagannath. I was seeing the pictures, so I hope all of you really enjoyed. Okay, so let's begin our class. I actually also wanted to ask all of you, how was the experience of Prabhupada classes? We had almost 10 weeks we spent in learning about the life of Prabhupada. So I wanted all of you to share your experience, but probably after the class we can do that. Anybody would like to share their experience who would have attended classes or would have seen the recordings of Prabhupada classes? So please share. It will give a lot of happiness to Prabhupada. It will give a lot of happiness to Krishna. So please share your experience of these classes. Okay, so let's begin today's class. So we are resuming our Bhakti Vriksha today, and we are on week 40. So let's begin with prayers to Srila Prabhupada. I offered my respects to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna. O spiritual master, I offer my respects to you. You are servant of your Guru, Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya and delivering the Western countries. Panchatattva mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gauri Bhaktivinda. Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so we are in week 40 and we'll begin our class with Nectar of Holy Name, the glorification, that how and why taking Krishna's names is so very important. So it is said that the benefits of chanting, like we just had 2 rounds or 1 round of japa, we did just now finish. So it is said that, the benefits that we get from chanting the Hare Krishna mantra cannot be taken away, even if, we don't do anything else, whether we study, we don't study, or, we work somewhere or we don't work there. But the benefit of chanting is so much, and this benefit cannot be taken away. So the spiritual education, basically, whatever you're learning in the classes, the japa that you're doing, learning about Krishna or visiting the holy places. So it is said this is all spiritual education, and this cannot be taken away from us. So the education that we are otherwise taking, like going to school or colleges, at the end of this life, when we all die, this education will be zero in the next birth. So we'll have to begin again from A, B, C, D, you know. But this education of Krishna consciousness, the spiritual education, the education about Krishna, the benefit of japa, that will continue eternally. Which means, when we take birth again, we will carry forward this benefit of chanting even in the next birth. So which means, so I'll give you an example. So in this material world, like if we begin a work, like I'll give you an example. Like we have Anshuman in the class, right? So Anshuman is a very good painter, and we can see the color tubes at the back. And so Anshuman starts a painting, and if Anshuman does not finish the painting, so it's a failure, means it's incomplete, right? So he has, well, a painting that he starts, he has to finish it. Similarly, I can see Vinita in the class. So Vinita, if she makes Akanti Mala, so when she starts that work, she has to finish that work, right? She cannot leave it half complete. It has to be completed. Otherwise, you'll not get any marks. So if Anshuman painting, nobody will purchase if it is incomplete, if it is half done. Similarly, Vinita's work, if she's made a dress, then nobody will buy if it is incomplete. Correct? So, similarly, office, if you begin a project in office, you have to finish that project. But in Krishna consciousness, a small work also has permanent effect. So, like you are right now, currently, we are 20 participants here, excluding me and, of course, Saurabh and Rasirati who's recording. So, 19. So 19 people have joined the class. So this class where you have taken your time 4 to 5 o'clock and you are listening to this class, you probably don't realize this benefit you are getting from the class will carry forward even in your next birth. Why? Because this class is about Krishna. Okay. So when we say a class about anything about Krishna is perfect, it is not incomplete. It is 100% complete. So 1% if you do in this life, what will you begin in next life? 2%. So one from this life and again next life. So you keep on adding. As I earlier also give an example that it's like a fixed deposit in a bank. You keep money, it keeps growing. It keeps growing. Interest keeps getting added and it multiplies. It adds. Whereas in material life, even if we are a PhD, we are a doctor, engineer, we have to begin from zero in the next birth, isn't it? This is that, but suppose you become perfect in this life. Suppose, you are become so great devotee that you go back to Krishna. So when you go back to Krishna, there also your service does not end. This you continue serving Krishna even in the spiritual world. It's not that you're sitting like an ideal person. No, you are serving Krishna directly. And in case your life is not uh, complete, if suppose you're not become perfect devotees, if you have to really work hard more in terms of spiritual life, then you get a birth in a very, very great Brahmin family. So why a rich family? So that you don't have to struggle for a job, you don't have to struggle to earn money. So God will give you so much of luxury and He will give you so much of comfort in life that you can, in very good environment, you can again continue practicing Krishna consciousness. So either you will take birth in the family of a Brahmin, or you will take birth birth in the family of a rich person, or in the family of a king, or a very affluential person in society, so that you can continue your Krishna conscious journey without any disturbance, without any trouble, without any hardships. So both ways, whether you become perfect and you go back to Krishna, or you are not able to become perfect, you take a situation. It is not a loss. So that is why chanting is very important. Again and again, I say, please join for the 345 japa. So again, I'm requesting those people who are watching record, who will be watching recordings, please join classes, please join japa. It is for your own good. And even if you don't even come to the level of, taking a good birth, even then you will be saved of not taking a birth in an animal species. So even if very little service you have done to Krishna, very little advance, suppose you have just in like a nursery or in a LKG level of Krishna consciousness, even then the surety is that you will get a human birth, animal birth. So that much promise Krishna has made in Bhagavad Gita to us. That little devotion to me, that was our glory of the holy name. So, and let's move on to the topic of today, which is we will be discussing about the importance of Guru in our life, the importance of a spiritual master in our life. So, one who wants to advance in spiritual life, he must have a lot of questions. Questions about who is Krishna, what does he look like, where does he live, who are his friends, you know, and what Krishna do in the at home. Like there is prime minister of the country, aren't we, or a celebrity, let's say some film actor, are we not very inquisitive to know how does that person live, what does that person eat? And so whenever some we see on Instagram some film actor, we are so curiously looking into his lifestyle, that what kind of life this person is leading. So similarly, Krishna is the Lord of the universe, and we also must be we must be curious enough to know how Krishna is, how does he live, how does he talk, how does he walk, what kind of clothes he wear, how does he smile, what does he eat. Yeah. So all these questions we all should have if we want to advance in spiritual life. Because for if you want to advance in material life, suppose you want to do better in your job, and you want to do better in sports or any other profession, we do not need a spiritual master. We don't need any guidance. We can manage. But when it comes to spiritual life, all of us need a guru. All of us need a spiritual master, because that spiritual master knows Krishna very well. So, like the secretary of uh, the prime minister, personal secretary, he will be knowing the prime minister so well. Similarly, the spiritual master knows Krishna very well. So, how should we approach Krishna? How should we know Krishna? Is we reach out, we approach a guru. That we please Guru Maharaj, please, oh spiritual master, you tell me how Krishna is. How does he walk? How does he talk? How does he, where does he live? So all those questions can be answered by a guru. Therefore, in this life, we must have a spiritual master. Okay, so let me share two screens with you so that it makes the understanding more easy. Okay, so we see here an example of Arjun. Okay, so we all know, yeah, I'll continue. Okay, so we just now saw the slide of Arjun and Krishna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and we see that in one picture, Arjun is standing with a very, very disturbed face, and he is very anxious and he's very confused. Why? Because he did not want to kill his relatives. See, in Mahabharat war, Arjun has to kill his own family and friends. So it was a very difficult job for Arjun to do that. So Arjun said, Krishna, I don't want to fight. I will become a sannyasi. Please, please leave me. Please spare me. I just don't want to fight. So in the beginning of this war which took place, both Arjun and Krishna were friends. Actually, throughout when we are reading about Mahabharata or we are reading about the pastimes of Krishna, we understand that Krishna and Arjun were very dear friends. They were relatives also. They had, you know, Arjun's uh, uh, Arjun's mother was Krishna's aunt. I mean, Krishna's father's sister. We call Bua. So, so in the beginning, both of them had a very friendly relationship. But when the war started and Arjun realized that I have to kill my own family members, Arjun was in a bad shape. He was devastated. Arjun did not want to fight. He kept down his bow and arrow. He was confused. He was miserable. And that is how Krishna started. That is how Bhagavad Gita was spoken because Arjun did not want to fight. And in order to give knowledge to Arjun, Krishna had to speak. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. So when Arjun realized that my doubts only one person can clear, and that is Krishna, then what did he do? Arjun surrendered to Krishna. He said that from now we are not friends. You are my guru, you are my spiritual master, and you please guide me. What should I do? What is the right? What is my duty? You tell me, Krishna. So he surrenders to Krishna and requests him to guide him. And as we all know, that Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita so that to make Arjun, understand his duty and also to actually, it was to enlighten all of us. Can you hear me, sir?
I couldn't hear you before. Now
Yeah,
I
but
can.
my internet was little slow. It's okay now. Is it okay?
I think yes, Mataji. Now it's better.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I'll continue. Okay. So that is how Arjun, the relationship between Krishna and Arjun, which was like a friend before beginning of Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna started Bhagavad Gita, both of them took the form of guru and disciple. Okay, so because Arjun surrendered to Krishna and Krishna became guru for Arjuna. So that is the real example that how if we want to clear our doubts, if we want to learn about God, then we must have a guru in our life. But at the same time, Excuse me. But at the same time, we should also be very, very intelligent to understand, who is the guru, where to find a guru, and what do I do when I find a guru. So we have to be very intelligent. So I'll give you an example. Suppose you want to buy a diamond. Okay. So where do you go to buy a diamond? We go to a gold shop, gold or diamond shop, right? We don't go to any vegetable shop, correct? So that is why we all need to be intelligent as to whom should we approach if we want to know about Krishna. We have to understand that we have to find a guru who will be able to make us understand who Krishna is. So a bogus guru will not do. A guru who is cheating us will not do. So what kind of guru one should have, how to choose a guru, for that we all must be very, very intelligent. See, understanding Krishna and going back to Krishna is not very easy, but it becomes easy if we have a guru in our lives. So therefore, Krishna advises us that we must find a bona fide guru who is in the Guru Shishya Parampara, which means I have explained you many times, Guru, and that our Guru, then he must have a previous Guru, that Guru should have another Guru. So it should come like a chain, right? And this chain actually starts from Krishna himself. So Krishna is the first Guru, and from him, all the other Gurus fall in place. So I'll share a picture. We see that how this chain of Guru Shishya Parampara is very important if we want to find an authentic or a real guru. So anybody wants to find a guru, you must see that the guru is coming in Guru Shishya Parampara. So let's share a picture. Okay, so first requirement is a bona fide guru, means a guru should be in Guru Shishya Parampara. So you saw the picture that how we see the whole chain of Guru Shishya, and it starts from Krishna. Krishna, then Brahma, then Narada. So no, that's how the chain continues. So that is the first step if you want to find a guru for yourself, right? So now suppose you have a guru in your life. Let's say example, you all have a guru in your life. So now there are three requirements for developing this relationship of a guru and shishya. And these are the three requirements. So surrender, inquiry, and service. Okay. So these three things is what will ultimately send us back to Krishna. So now we have found a guru in our life. So let's move. What is the next step? So next step is that one must surrender to the spiritual master. So surrendering means complete faith and obediently and dutifully approaching a spiritual master. So we should not have doubt whether he's going to tell me something right or not. I don't know whether to trust him or not. No, it should be complete surrender to the guru. So that is the first qualification, right? So now you have surrendered. So now what you do? So do you think, oh, now I found a very good spiritual master? Okay, all right. I've surrendered. My business is finished. Now Guru will take care. No, that is not the way. So you may have a very good spiritual master, but you must also question. If you do not question about spiritual life, then you cannot make progress. So questioning is very, very important. So you meet a guru and you ask question. Oh Guru, you seen Krishna? How does he look? Where does he live? What is my duty? What is things that I should avoid doing it? You know, what are bad things for me? What are good things for me? How should I lead my life? So also one thing I would like to mention here, Guru is not there to fulfill your personal desires. The real Guru. I'm not talking about those material gurus. The real Guru is one who will tell you about Krishna, who will take you back to Krishna and not give you a good job or do some jantar mantar and, who will, give you some more money or status in society. No, that is not Guru. A real Guru is somebody who will take you back, who will free you from the cycle of birth and death, who will guide you on the right spiritual path. That is the real Guru. Okay. So now that you found a Guru, so questioning is very important. You must ask, you must inquire, because without, even in school also, you see, a child is really appreciated and loved by the teacher who questions. So if a student is not questioning, teacher won't even know that the child is there in the class or absent today. Only when you raise your hand and you say, okay, teacher, I have this question, then only will teacher realize, yeah, he is a very intelligent boy. She is a very intelligent girl. So the question must be asked in a Guru-Shishya relationship. So surrender, then we must question. And how to ask the question? Submissively. Submissively means we should surrender to the Guru, right? And so I'll tell you exactly how we should ask the question also. What kind of mindset we should have to ask question, right? So I'll come to that point again after this last point. Last point is serving. So we are completely surrendered to Guru. We are questioning the Guru about spiritual life. And lastly, we must serve the Guru like a servant. We should not have false ego. We should not have ego or prestige. Oh, I am a very rich man, and this Guru is a poor sannyasi. I am more powerful. Why should why should I serve him? I'm not his servant. Why should I serve him? So when we are constantly talking about serving Krishna, so here is a person who knows Krishna very well. So if we serve Krishna, if we serve our Guru, then indirectly we are serving Krishna because Krishna and Guru are very close to each other. And also today I will tell you a big secret. If you make Krishna happy by serving him, like preparing bhoga for him or making garlands for him, going to temple. So Krishna will be happy, fine. But Krishna will be more happy if you serve his devotees. Means the Guru is a devotee of Krishna. Guru is a servant of Krishna. So if you serve the Guru, then Krishna will be more happy. Then Krishna will be more pleased. So I'll give you another example here. Suppose in a girlfriend boyfriend relationship. So you know, or let's say husband-wife relationship. Um, the girl gets married and moves to the new house, right? So when she comes, so when the girl adjusts very nicely with the entire family, when the girl is very has a good setting with the mother-in-law, when she serves the mother-in-law, father-in-law very nicely, she prepares good food, or she looks after the entire house very nicely, then automatically husband also becomes very happy, isn't it? He will see, oh, how nice my wife is serving my parents. Similarly, similarly, if when the boy goes to the girl's house and he talks nicely and takes some gifts for the girl's parents, the girl also feels very happy that yes, my husband is so uh, nice hearted, good hearted, that he is giving respect to my parents, right? So similarly, if we glorify Krishna's devotees, if we talk, if we say, sing in the glory of Krishna's devotees, then Krishna becomes more pleased. Krishna becomes more happy. So can you understand that if you want to give more happiness to Krishna, then then you should not praise Krishna. You should praise his devotees. Do you understand this point? So that is very important. Okay, so next move. So as I said, that when we are inquiring, so now there are two things which we should completely avoid in our relationship with the Guru. Matlab, they are tabooed. They are not to be done. So till now, I'm telling what to do. Surrender, inquire, ask question, serve the Guru. But now, what not to do? So there are two things that you should not do. One, one should not do blind following. So by mistake, you have come in contact with a false guru, suppose. So you should keep your ears and eyes open. No, no, I don't want to follow a person who is a bogus guru. So you should not do blind following. You should completely open your eyes and ears and see that what kind of a person you are following. See, eventually that person is going to lead you to Krishna. And that if that person is bogus, if that person is a false guru, then he will, instead of taking to Krishna, he will take you to hell, isn't it? So we should not do blind following. Be alert, be intelligent. Which guru are you following is very, very important in your spiritual life. Second, so we were talking about questioning a guru, right? We must ask intelligent questions. So when we are asking questions to guru, we should not have a challenging tone. So what is a challenging tone? Oh, come on. You don't know who am I? You kind of talk to the guru as if you are greater than the guru. So we should not test the guru. Try to test. Oh, let me see whether this question he knows it or not. Let me check how much knowledge he has. Let me do that. Let me ask irrelevant question. Let me ask nonsense questions. So that kind of spirit, that kind of attitude we should not have towards our guru. So one is we should not follow a bogus guru. We should not do blind following. And if we find a genuine guru, then we should not ask nonsense. We should not do nonsense talk. We should not ask irrelevant questions. We should not challenge the guru. We should not test the guru. Okay. So we should remember all these things. So let's have a look at the share a slide. Where you see one slide, you will see blind following, and one side you will see challenging, how person is challenging or testing his guru. Sorry, there is a little mistake here. One should not challenge. I forgot to write. One should not challenge or test his spiritual master. One second. I'll just do the corrections. So, could people understand?
Oh.
Okay, so when we do all these things, we will understand that the guru and spiritual master is very kind in nature. And if the student or disciple is obedient, he serves the guru nicely, he does not challenge or test the guru, then the exchange of knowledge between guru and disciple becomes perfect. And when the guru sees that, yes, here is a disciple who is very genuine, who is very humble, who is very obedient and kind, then all the blessings will flow to the disciple. Then automatically Guru will bless the disciple with genuine spiritual understanding. So it is not a one-way process, it is a two-way process. You know, if Guru has to be good and bona fide, then the disciple also be obedient and he should surrender and he should serve like the Guru, like a servant. So it is a both way practice. We don't think that Guru has to be good. No, even the student has to be good. So the teacher in class, she's teaching to all the students, right? When you were in school, teacher was teaching everybody, but only the intelligent ones will come first in the class, right? This only for one first, only few people will come. Similarly, the disciple also has to be very intelligent. He has to be humble. He has to be surrender, and he should serve the guru. And then the knowledge exchange of knowledge will become perfect. And then we can think that Guru will bless the disciple and perfect knowledge will be received by the disciple. And the Guru also will be extremely happy that yes, here is a disciple who's perfect and who's fit to go back to Krishna. So here's the last slide picture. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our class. I hope the topic was easy and you all could understand. You can ask questions. We will have the question answer round. And also, you can raise your hands if you want to share your thoughts about Prabhupada, your experience, your realization. How was the class? We have 10 sessions, especially on Prabhupada. And then I also sent a video about what does leaders of the world say about Prabhupada. So that was another great video signed by Saurabh. And so all of you can give your feedback on Prabhupada video, and also you can ask questions about today's class. Also, in last class, I think somebody was asking about, I think Nandakishore was asking about Prabhupada Samadhi. So Prabhupada Samadhi, where he was buried, was in Vrindavan only. So those who have seen the ISKCON temple of Vrindavan, Prabhupada Samadhi is within that temple only. So I'll quickly share the picture and we can then start our question answers. So when you enter ISKCON temple, on the left side is Prabhupada Samadhi. So on top is Prabhupada's, deity is there sitting. The idol is there, and below that, below the ground, is this where Prabhupada was buried under the ground. So kindly have a look at this.
Mataji, I'll just take a 2 minute breather.
Sorry, sorry.
I'll just take a 2 minute breather,
Yeah,
Mataji.
yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, we can start.
Hare Krishna, Namaste. So, so my question is, Mataji, how do we recognize, uh, how do we uh, understand who is an ISKCON guru, who's a ISKCON, that guru Shishya related spiritual master? Because one is, by the color orange clothes or white clothes, because when we go to the ISKCON temple, there are, all of them are, all Vaishnavas wearing that. So how do you understand? And second, being a deaf person, also sign language communication, we also have to understand if we can't communicate, then that thing, I mean, we can't have a guru who can't communicate with us. So how do we choose?
Okay.
Or
So,
do you,
yeah.
Sorry, Mataji, interpret just trying to clarify. Sorry, Mataji. So Anshuman Prabhuji's question is, so for example, I have a friend, uh, a
Yeah.
hearing friend who is also a devotee, and he knows much more about Krishna conscious than me. He knows more. So can I accept him as a guru?
So for Guru, no, actually, if you have visited ISKCON, there are various kind of attire people will be having. One is the white dress, then yellow dress. So a spiritual master is somebody who's authenticated by, if you're talking about ISKCON as such. So he has been declared as Guru by the ISKCON authorities. Yes, so of course, when it comes to Guru also, there are two kind of Gurus. One is the Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru is one who gives us knowledge. Okay.
Can we
But
also
and
type
then
these words,
second is
Mataji?
the, yeah,
Mataji,
I'll
can
just
we?
type. Yeah, I'll just type. Yeah. So we have Shiksha Guru and we have Diksha Guru, right? So we can have one, two, three, four, 10, and any number of Shiksha Gurus in our life, right? And Shiksha Guru is one who gives us knowledge about Krishna, who gives knowledge about spiritual law. So that is becomes a Shiksha Guru. Now, when it comes to Diksha Guru is somebody who gives you the mantra, who gives you the authority, who gives you your beads. Like, so he will give you a spiritual name. Your name becomes, so for, like, for example, my name before Diksha was Alka, and after Diksha, my name became Anutama. So spiritual master will give you a name change also. Similarly, you have to promise certain things. So there is a fire sacrifice which happens. There is a ceremony which happens, and you take promise. You make promises in front of the fire that yes, I will follow these rules and regulations. So that Diksha Guru is only one in your life. You cannot change your Diksha Gurus. So in ISKCON, there are some gurus who are authorized for giving Diksha. So even in ISKCON also, not everybody who's wearing orange clothes can give Diksha. There are only certain gurus who are authorized to give Diksha because they have completed a number of sannyasi years. They have to be sannyasis. They have to study scriptures and they have to be authorized, So there are a lot of rules and regulations. So for Diksha, you can have only one guru as your Diksha Guru. For Shiksha means knowledge. You can have many, many Shiksha Gurus. So whosoever gives you knowledge, you can accept them as your Shiksha Guru. So I hope I have made this clear. So when you are visiting ISKCON, not everybody is a Diksha Guru. You can take them as your Shiksha Guru. They can give you knowledge.
Makes clear sense. Thank you
Hare
so much,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mataji, so today, husband, I think there's someone in the newspaper, there was an article. Oh, sorry, there was a full
Yeah, Prabhupada.
page. Yeah, like a full page with some
Yeah,
photos.
yeah, correct.
Husband told her. So then she, yeah.
Correct. He is declared as the Jagat Guru by the Mutt in Prayagraj. Sadhus, yeah, they. Any questions,
Very,
Nandini
very,
has?
see, very good to see that, Mataji.
Yeah, very happy. Definitely.
So, Mataji, as a teacher, so every day I keep trying the students, boys and girls. They're very full of energy, right? Restless energy.
Yeah.
And she tries to get them to pray and things like this. And mantra, if all under, Hare Krishna, you don't know, they all do it together. So Nandini Mataji has explained it to them. She's written the mantra also, and all the students do it together. Yeah, so it helps in focusing, Mataji. Otherwise, they're just fighting, they're or erratic, all this energy is very different. But then it becomes, with the chanting and with that, it becomes very, very nice. They don't argue, they don't fight anything in class. Basically, it helps to focus. And,
So do the children also chant with you?
and all these are all deaf children, Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah, few of them do, Mataji. Few of them copy, and we write it, right? Uh, Otherwise, these many of them might not understand. Sorry, Mataji, just give me 1 minute. Just give me one.
Sure.
Mataji, I'll take 2 minutes, Mataji.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
I have dogs, no? This time,
Yeah,
my
I
dog
saw
walk
that.
across and I said, Mataji, one second.
I just saw that. Yeah.
I will. Can we just ask Nandini Mataji to please
Yes.
summarize, basically? Um, because the restless energy, they, don't want. They want to play and they want to basically be kids. But then Nandini Mataji then does the Harijan. Seems. Yeah, well, she said. She says it helps them focus and it happy. They're also trying and they try to do it every day, Mataji. And I see them that they like calm down and don't feel, don't fight amongst people. I mean, amongst themselves.
Can you repeat that again? Sorry. So her reaction, how do the children react? Can you just repeat?
Yeah, yeah, children, right, Mataji? They are running around class, don't listen, don't um listen to the teacher and stuff like that. But when Nandini Mataji goes to the classroom, they know she starts the class with, you know about this prayer, no? We do this, and then she writes it, and then she writes the Hare Krishna mantra on the board, and then the kids understand it. And not everybody sign, but few of them, three, four of them, sign the entire mantra, and she tries to practice that in classroom, and it helps the students
Then they
calm down.
become calm down. Calm down. Wow. That's so nice. So nice to hear, Nandini. So all of you should share some experience how what happens inside us when we chant this Hare Krishna mantra. So all of you sometimes should share
Thank
your
you, Hare Krishna
experiences.
Mataji.
Yeah, so we all should share some experience. Take the next question. One question only, I think, Jyotika.
Hare Krishna, Namaste.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, uh, there's some confusion, so I just wanted some clarifications.
Okay.
So basically, as you mentioned, Mataji, that Krishna is happier more when you serve the devotees. And if so, should I stop giving everything? I mean, should I stop serving Krishna? Should I stop
No,
working to the family and then?
no, not like that. Uh, See, ultimate aim is Krishna only. We should not stop worshipping Krishna. Why can't we do two things side by side? See, you're dressing nicely and you're going out. You're attending to so many duties side by side, right? So why do you have to stop one? We have to continue both things parallelly. You serve Krishna also nicely and you serve devotees also nicely.
But the happiness, Mataji, if I'm serving Krishna directly or I'm serving the devotees, I mean, happiness, what is the level, more or less?
Happiness level, I would say that once we come to an understanding, like today is probably is the first time you realize that serving devotees, Krishna becomes happy. So once we come to that realization that when I'm serving devotees, Krishna will be happy, then that happiness will also be equal to directly serving Krishna. Because you can't escape from Krishna's eyes. He is watching everything we're doing, right? So of course, when we begin a Krishna conscious life, we are more happy directly serving Krishna. But see, is Krishna there in front of us? Is Krishna personally present in front of us? No, right? We are not qualified that Krishna is personally present in front of us and we are serving him. So how does Krishna manifest? How do we know Krishna is there? It's through his devotees. Like, right? So you know about Prabhupada, how? Through his books. How do you know me? Through these classes. Ultimately, how you are knowing Krishna is through Prabhupada books, through these classes. So if you don't give respect to devotees and you jump the line, you jump the queue, and you give respect to the main boss, then the main boss is not going to be happy. So you have to give respect to the entire Guru Parampara. You have to give respect to the devotees. So I'll give you one example. Uh, there are two devotees who are very, very arrogant, and they have their own
Mataji,
misunderstandings. Sorry,
sorry,
I
Mataji,
know it's time.
yeah,
I
I
know
just
it's
want to
time, but
let you
this
know.
is very true, very, very critical. Sorry, Saurabh, I won't have extended it. It's
Now,
very
how much
critical.
time would we take? Two
Just
minutes?
2 minutes,
Okay,
just two
okay.
minutes. Yeah, just 2 minutes. So there are two devotees. Now, this is a real example I'm giving you. It's not I'm making up, it's not making up an example. There are two devotees in the temple who are separately excellent devotees. They are serving, they're doing their services very well in their respective field of duty. They're excellent doing it. But against towards each other, they are like enemies. They cannot stand each other. But they are serving Krishna. So do you think Krishna will be happy? So what I'm trying to say is, if you want Krishna to be happy, then the devotees also should be equally happy by your service. So service is very, very important. So you cannot go back to Krishna if you do a Vaishnava aparadh. It is called offending a Vaishnava. Okay, so it is very important in ISKCON culture that our seniors, our people who are at our level, people who are senior to us, they are also equally served, they are also equally respected. Like Jayapataka Maharaj, he is a spiritual master, and if you meet him, he will say, how can I serve you? You know, that is that level. At Guru Maharaj level, he will ask you, how can I serve you? How can I help you? So who are we? Okay, so we have to remain humble and we have to serve the other Vaishnavas and not offend them. So I hope I've made myself clear. So thank you so much,
Hare
everyone.
Krishna, Mataji, yes, very clear.
We'll meet you next week. Thank you for the class. Thank you so much. I'm very happy to see Mamta. She's joined after a very long time. So please bless the class. Keep coming frequently. Thank you for joining, everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Raswati. Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, everybody. Hari Bol.